Welcome in the D-Event Center, the site of the 2023 5A Girls State Championship Tournament, quarterfinals, semifinals, and championships, right here on KSLSports.com. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you, as we got Springville taking on Timpanogos. Dan, you got to see Springville earlier last year. They are the reigning queens of 5A basketball, and Pennington and crew are going to be seniors. They are looking to get to their, I believe, their fourth straight state championship game.
Really remarkable. I didn't go to the second best team in the state, but Skyridge might disagree.
Yeah, and on a certain night, Westlake would have disagreed, but we'll see.
And Ridgeline might disagree.
Yeah.
That would actually be interesting, wouldn't it?
Was it Dave Evans shared yesterday that his Lone Peak team really wanted to play Olympus, the undefeated Olympus team?
Yeah.
And they went to Geico instead?
Yeah.
Although the other one wasn't going to happen unless we sanctioned it. But that ball wide to the left. I mean, I know the Pottsville Maroons, who won the NFL championship in 1926, I think it was, were stripped of their championship because they played against Notre Dame to prove who was better. And the NFL took it from them.
Hey, I got a crazy idea. I don't know if this is. I probably shouldn't share it on.
That ball thrown out of bounds. Oh, there we go.
What if you just had a pickup game?
That's what I was saying. Is like we just did it. We just happened to stream it.
It's not. They're not wearing high school jerseys.
Yeah.
It's not sanctioned. It's just a pickup game.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know.
If you're interested in sponsoring it, at KSL Sports Rewind on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear from you. As Pennington follow away, got it. Man, I barely moved the net. It took me a second just to make sure it went through.
Yeah, not a player that works harder than Brooke Pennington. Maybe Ellie Esplin, but it's like 1-2.
Fun guard play. This was Ellie and Brooke got to play together last year because Brooke hurt her knee the previous years. That shot would not go. And on the run now is Ellie Esplin and the Red Devils. Poirier sends that one back out to Pennington. She'll pull inside the arc. No. And the backside board there for Galbraith. And she sends it out. Poirier again can't get it to go. And the rebound taken by Kate Dickinson. So down the floor is Summer Christensen. Summer on the drive. Little ball fake. Nice hands from Galbraith, now on the run.
Summer's such a fun player to watch. She might be one of the more explosive players in 5A.
As Durfee gives that one up to Ellie Esplin. Ellie in the lane, can't get it. And the rebound once again claimed by Kate Dickinson.
Talked to Coach Grantham last year and really enjoy our conversation. Talk about how much he likes to get up and down the floor, shoot the basketball. And that's carried over into this year as well for the Timberwolves.
As soon as you can see this reach-in foul on Durfee.
Two contrasting styles.
And a quick trigger in is Meg Thomas. As Meg trying to set to Reagan Peterson. And one thing you know about Springville, it'll be deliberate offense, and you're going to have to play through very tough defense as Kate Dickinson couldn't get that one to go. Pennington quickly ahead. Ellie Esplin sends out Galbraith on the mid-range two. Crawls off the rebound to Summer Christensen. This one to the corner, Reagan Peterson. Oh, Dickinson hits the deck, and we're going to have a foul call on our first groan of this one.
I thought it might have been a foot foul.
Yeah. Much to the chagrin of our friends named after the concrete company that helped build the school, that is a foul. And there's the steal. Ellie Esplin. And she executes her own version of justice with the steal and bucket. That was the other question I was going to ask Amy Doré, as if she knew how the Red Devils got their name, but I also didn't want to rub in anything to Amy.
How'd they get their name?
Well, I just said the concrete company that donated that built the school was Red Devil Concrete. And there's a take and make from Summer Christensen.
Because I was sitting there, I'm like, is it like Parker a sponsor or like what is? I didn't understand.
You know, I thought all my jokes kind of made sense until I was making a joke yesterday about Courtney Littledyke and his great parents, and Brian Offery goes, "I'm not touching that."
Hey, all I know is I made a comment today that left both you and Amy speechless. And then all of a sudden it's like, see, like you can give Dusty a little break when he starts just busting up. It's not as easy as you think. And I don't even think it was that funny.
There's certain things, it just hit. It just hits a certain, South Park calls it a funny moment. But there's a take and make there by Brooke Pennington. Full timeout on the floor and a 6-2 start for Springville. You're watching the 5A quarterfinals. .351 left in the first quarter. As Timpanogos in a, whoa, man, Dickinson maybe got away with one there. Mr. Officials giving his explanation. Like it's to Holly Everett. She wasn't yelling at the officials. She plays defense with her team.
Yeah, she was talking to the wall, I think.
Walker traveled. Yep. She approves of that one. You know what's something funny? They need to win. Well, never mind. I won't say need. If they win, Holly Avery will finally get her plaque for last year's Coach of the Year.
We never got it to her?
Was it my fault? They had him done. I remember I didn't get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw it on the shelf yesterday. I was like, I should probably take that. Galbraith. And there's the foul. The Kate Dickinson. And Taya Sidbury. There were only two. Feel bad. Should admit that on air. But while we're admitting things we shouldn't have said, so that's why I was just sharing.
Yeah, I admit
it's like on Goonies.
I was shocked that Coach Workman got so offended that I didn't understand how to spell Yukon as like a 11-year-old kid.
I remember. So
I was like, the only Yukon I knew was in Alaska. Give me a break, man.
Oh, they did save that
How about that?
But it's saved in to Springville. I was just preparing to go down the floor. Is Ellie Esplin gives that up to Pennington. Brooke sends that out. Poirier, 4-3. Get the save, and Springville makes it hurt with the long ball. And a loose ball taken by Esplin. Ellie gets it back up. And now they'll reset the offense here. Fun to have two guards, and Esplin and Pennington, who both can trigger the offense as Pennington misses on the three. And the rebound taken by Dickinson.
Springville tempo really plays with your mind. Because, like, they speed you up on defense and they slow it down on offense.
Yeah.
And then they can shift gears whenever they want. And it's just like, how do you get used to anything?
Summer Christensen, that was a nifty take. Nearly got the take and make. It's the foul.
It was nifty.
It's the nifty gifty. We want our turtles back.
I ate them.
Christensen's the first. As our viewers are so excited to hear this, I think that is funnier than I declare bankruptcy. That whole part about I want the turtles back. Where are the turtles?
Technology led me into a lake.
As on the drive, it's Esplin on the run out. And it's a 12-3 start here for Springville. Here comes Summer Christensen.
Got numbers.
Oh, nice ball fake. Summer can't complete the play. The board and stick wouldn't go. Christensen sends it back up top. Dickinson. Oh, she turns. She has an easy layup.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. And Pennington knew kind of an interesting spot there. Reagan Peterson going to go to the line for free throws.
Yeah, that's one where, man, if you just can get that head around, see all the space. But you don't expect Springville to not be there.
Right.
You know, it's like, I understand it.
And the first free throw good there for Peterson. And the second good as well. So 12-5. The lead here for the Red Devils. And they made the state championship game a couple years ago where they lost to Highland. One at the Horn, Lauren Deedy over Farmington. And then one last year, knocking off Lehigh in the championship game at the Marriott Center. Go inside out, Pennington, 4-3.
Here's a loaded question. Is there any team in 5A that Springville's like, oh, I don't want to see them? Seriously.
No.
Because it feels like there have been matchups where we're like, oh, that should be a good game. And it's like Springville's just comfortable, confident, got it.
Yeah. As Summer Christensen hits the three and draws some excitement from the crowd that made it up from Orem/Linden.
Good start for Summer in this first quarter.
/Pleasant Grove. When you're in the town, that's probably the smallest boundary in Utah County. Man, you got a lot of places around there. As Ellie Esplin hits the three, and all of a sudden we got a three-point shooting contest going on.
Not the easiest school to get to either, right in the middle of a subdivision.
I love it, though. I don't say that just because they have family that lives near there. There's a steal. Poirier trying to fit that through. Christensen takes it away. Transition three there. There you go. Katie Walker knocks down the triple.
Told you they like to shoot it. They take, every year their offense is among the leaders in terms of shot or three-point shot attempts.
2 seconds. Poirier at the horn. Oh, I thought it was still going to crawl back in. We close out the first quarter, and it's Springville 18, Timpanogos 11. You're watching the 2023 5A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com.
Okay.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
And welcome back in as Ellie Esplin with the steal. Ellie inside the free throw line. Can't get it to go, and rebound to Brooke Pennington. Brooke sends it back out to Kaylin Poirier. Now she goes to the corner. Esplin toes it up. Can't get it in the board. Taken by Katie Walker. There was a couple bullets dodged there by the Timberwolves.
You know what Brooke Pennington seems like? She seems like one of those players where it's like the coach can tell her to go do anything, and she just goes and does it.
Right.
It's like, okay, I'll do that, coach. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's true. What role you want me to do? Okay, got it.
Yeah, all right.
Here's Ellie Esplin going to drive, terminates and back out Galbraith. Poirier.
We're still here with you.
People's stuff's falling off the table.
Is that an earthquake?
And so player control foul. So we'll go back up top with Esplin. Sends out to Pennington. And Sammy Stepp gets inside the lane. Now that one maybe blocked away.
Yeah, Katie Walker was all over that.
So Walker with the 3 and now a block. And here's a chance for Timpanogos with a 3 ball. Make it a 2-point game. Summer. Oh, nearly got that one to roll in. And the free throw line jumper crawls off, and the rebound taken by Reagan Peterson. Summer Christensen back out to Walker, and she misses on the 3. Rebound to Pennington. Brooke on the push. Nice pass to Poirier, and Poirier lays it up and in. Timpanogos fans wanted a traveling violation, didn't get it.
How about the bounce pass? Great usage of that, huh? Oh, that's not going to win many elections. They wanted the travel just moments ago on that one, and then they get called for the travel seconds later.
Couldn't double tap that one. Sorry.
You can't triple tap a double tap. You can't triple tap a double tap.
Poirier with the drive gets the bucket. Ooh, stuck in the backcourt here, Reagan Peterson. Got to get it across. Got to cross the timeline here with Summer Christensen with Ellie Esplin. Lob that ball inside. Okay,
I got it.
Yeah, this took a second.
Yeah. Actually,
couldn't hear the whistle.
It wasn't a very loud whistle.
Yeah.
You need to check the pebble inside that thing. Make sure it's moving around still.
His skin doesn't react well to impure metals. He yells whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got that new titanium alloy.
So first free throw off the mark here for Kate Dickinson. That's one more.
I'm still using the PX35 model myself.
Both free throws off the mark, and it's still a 9-point advantage here for Springville. As Pennington, it just crawls home for Brooke.
I got her up to 9 already.
And now a foul in the backcourt on
Brooke
Pennington. Whenever you have like that motion and they kind of way back, I always forget they're saying we're inbounding here.
Yep.
That's why I hesitated just for a moment.
Second on Brooke, so she's going to have to come off the floor here.
Just having a conversation with Coach Everett. I'm sure they spend a lot of time together. I don't know if Brooke's on the softball team. I haven't looked. I think Coach Everett still coaches the softball team. Or is a member of the staff anyway. Now Summer Christensen crosses over, goes down the lane. We're going to have a foul.
Yeah.
Officials tonight, Stacy Polson, Lynn Hone, and Matthew Messerly. And again, we'll critique sometimes, question, but if you want to be part of the difference, the change, UHSAA/officiating, I think it is, or officials, one of the two, learn how to become an official.
Become good friends with Jeff Clough.
Yeah. And celebrities like Instagram referees, as there's a foul and put Kate Dickinson at the line. He's gotten more run.
Starting, dubbing and voices and, all sorts of stuff.
The lip sync videos are spectacular. Gene Steratore is the only other one that's an active, well, I guess he's not even an active official anymore, but he, Mike Purr, Dean Blandino, and then there's Courtney Littledyke. No one has a stronger part than Courtney Littledyke, though. Back when I used to have a part game, he and I would probably have a part off of whose was more straight.
You know, the last crew, and I didn't mention this while they were in the game. I probably should have. It's really made out of love. It was the Bald Brotherhood. And I only say that because I'm on my way to joining. My hope is in another year I'll be right there with them. So,
30-second timeout. We'll be right back. So at the line is Dickinson, and she back rams the free throw.
Pennington back on here with the 2 fouls.
I think Coach Holly Everett sees blood in the water. There's Esplin.
Well, and you see, I mean, it was a nice response by Timpanogos. They got back to within 3, right? So they've shown they can clearly compete. How long do you want to leave them hanging around, or do you really want to try to, drive that nail in the coffin here?
Esplin gets inside the junction and hits.
Yeah, good start for Ellie, too. I have her with 9 as well. Here's the scoring. 9 for Ellie, 9 for Brooke, 7 for Kayla. Springville basketball.
And it plays just solid defense.
Yeah.
I just think back to that tournament 2021 at Slick and how young Ellie Esplin was. And it's like, hey, look at the defender, and she just continues to play strong defense. It hasn't gone away as Reagan Peterson turns that one over. And here comes Pennington quickly ahead to Esplin. Ellie leaves that back for Brooke Pennington, off on the triple, and the rebound to Walker. Summer Christensen, nice move, gets in the lane, floated up and got it. Oh, that was pretty.
She's such a fun player to watch. Senior, been a multi-year starter for Timpanogos.
The way that today has gone and this weekend's gone, I thought for sure you're going to say, just a sophomore.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of really good young basketball players in the state.
As that shot won't go, rebound to Kate Dickinson. And up the floor we go with Summer Christensen. And the hard part is we talk about the recruiting, dead periods, and things like that. I can't remember NLI, National Letter of Intent Day for basketball. As there's the board, the putback, no, crawls off.
Man, Dixon had a great second look.
Had a chance there to cut this to a 7-point game. 2:35 remaining in the half. Pennington out to Galbraith. Galbraith gets to the junction. Can't get it. Oh, man. Timpanogos look back and that be frustrated. They had the board right there.
Yeah.
Kind of stuck watching the paint dry. Sends out for Pennington. Rolls out the shot.
And by the way, it's the elbow, Dusty. The elbow. I was disappointed to hear that. We need a history lesson.
I remember hearing elbow in high school. It's a junction.
Know, but yeah.
Hey, Dore's on our side. As one crawls up and in. Kate Dickinson with the bucket. And hanging in here is Timpanogos. They get a stop and a hoop. Send out to Esplin. Ellie back out to Pennington. Little two-man here. Esplin in the lane. Comes off the iron, and the rebound taken by Christensen.
Got to run.
Summer ahead. Peterson has to save it back in. It's only white jerseys waiting for it. So back up the floor with the Red Devils. Galbraith sends out to Brooke Pennington, and they're going to reset the offense here with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Esplin on the angle now with step. Back up to Esplin. 9 on the shot. Step for 3, no, and the rebound. Again, back to Ellie Esplin, and she puts that one up and in.
In fairness, that one was a little away from where Timpanogos was, but man, another offensive opportunity. That time Springville makes it count.
Always tough when the rebound hits the floor. It's a tough one to swallow. As back on the other end, Dickinson, pretty pick and roll.
She's had a nice first half. 7 for Kate.
If you play the post, you wear number 32. You better know how to pick and roll in the state of Utah.
Was there someone here that's done that before?
He's got a statue and a street and dealerships all over the place.
And he was a primary spokesman for Rogaine back in his day, too.
Guns and buns, man, is outside.
There was that as
Esplin.
well.
And a traveling violation. Somewhere, I shouldn't do this, but somewhere Highland fans are saying, well, it was a foul in a previous game. You get one more look at it.
At Dusty Litster on Twitter.
That's because she touched it, yeah. Esplin tipped it over. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you get all over them and you go back and see it. A lot of times they're right. 3 seconds. Summer Christensen, I would say, if that's a jump stop, but I really like to have seen Summer put that ball up instead of come down to see if she gets the foul call.
Or even a kick out, right? You've got a player in the corner.
Pennington gets the dribble on. Ooh, she nearly banged that home. We go to the break, and it is a football score. Springville 28, Timpanogos 21. You're watching the 2023 5A quarterfinals. So we start the second half. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart. As Summer Christensen sends that ball over to Reagan Peterson and hands down back to Summer Christensen. And Meg Thomas sends that in, back up top. And get it back to Meg as they go to Dickinson. Dickinson going to put on the floor, goes at Galbraith and draws the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws here for Kate Dickinson.
You know, you could. Timpanogos actually executed pretty well in this game. The difference is just number of shots. But they've shot about the same percentage from the floor. More free throws. You know, threes have been right in line, but it's just remarkable. They just haven't had as many shots as Springville. That's the only difference.
Do you want to know I always do that make you feel old? Because we keep talking about the way back stuff, and I forget how old I am.
Yeah.
Katie and Sweat's dad and I are the same age.
Yeah, no, I heard.
We played against each other in baseball, at least.
I really wanted to ask you guys about having a bench competition because he is.
He would beat me. Nothing else he'd look better doing it.
You set a PR this week. Come on.
I did. I did. I'm quite. In my inner circle, I'm very proud of it. Yeah.
I really wanted to text you back and say, bro, wipe your heels off the floor.
I'll tell you this thing. Here's Summer Christensen with the steal. Summer goes up. Nice. Well, no call there for Brooke Pennington. Able to go straight up. We'll show that replay in a second because there's going to be some questions on that one. Back the other way. Caleb Poirier, no. And Springville fans wanted a whistle. I think Timpanogos fans say welcome to the party. Is Christensen with the steal. Nice hustle and getting back. Summer cut off, sends out to Dickinson. Dickinson still hanging on a pivot. Sends it back out. Miscommunication. And now you're going to have a reach.
Ooh, no. They called offensive. Instead, she shielded off Pennington with that off arm.
Somebody can't operate the equipment properly, so we apologize.
I think there was contact there. Not a lot. But
yeah, if you want to be part of the change of officiating.
There was so little, Dusty didn't even see it.
Exactly. I don't know how it's much different than.
I do think there was contact there. So I'm not, completely saying that was a terrible call.
As that shot won't go, and Dickinson with the rebound. Everyone asked one of our really good officiating friends, like, hey, when the game's just flowing and you aren't whistles, you get nervous that you're not doing anything?
We'll share. I think it's a new audience. Maybe it's not. I have a new guideline. 1 foul per minute.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the 4th foul in the first 2.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about flow and tempo and rhythm, right? Yeah. And it's hard for players to get in a rhythm when there's as much stoppage, which then it just tends to feed itself, right?
I don't believe in the oddages. Oddages in themselves are not good, in my opinion.
What?
Stoppages.
Oh, I thought I heard oddages.
I probably said oddages.
I have no idea what you just said.
I was trying to hear it as I said it, as that was a timeout there for Timpanogos. Oh. Just the 30-second timeout. We'll take it so we can get recentered here. We'll be right back.
Okay.
So welcome back. Just a 5-point ball game here at Timpanogos. Had a chance to make it a 1-possession game with a bucket. Hey, just because there's space there doesn't mean you can run to it.
Running is just for the floor.
Those insurance policies get up there. As Dickinson gets the bucket and it's a 3-point game. Look, this is just like AF and Fremont yesterday in that Springville, the lead wasn't big, but it just felt so tight, and now it's just a 3-point game.
And give credit to Timpanogos. I mean, I think we were both like, Springville.
Yep.
You know, and like, look, the T-Wolves have come out, and they have, ooh, boy.
Yeah, they're going to have an outside official come help out on this one.
Yeah, I thought that should stay.
We're going to see it, and I think part of it was the swing. Yeah, that's off Dickinson.
I think that's the right call. Some fans don't love that. I think that's the right call.
Yeah. But you know what's great? We're not stopping to review it. As we go baseline jumper, Kayla Poirier knocks down the baseline J.
And look, we talk about Timpanogos has done a great job hanging around, but Springville's always answered their pushes, right?
See, that play right there, if we were going to call that ball where they got the ball and they called the offensive foul, that could have been a defensive foul for the same kind of contact. And it didn't call it, and I agree with not calling it. So fresh shot clock as Summer Christensen tracks down that rebound and sends it over to Walker. Walker cross court to Peterson. Outside Meg Thomas. Meg toes this one up from way outside. Knocks down the college range three. And how about this? A 2-point game now. The Wolves are howling. I'm trying to be the body language of a certain parrot across the way. It's entertaining. As send that out to Esplin. Now Pennington inside the arc. No. Rebound taken by Dickinson. Now on the run, Summer Christensen. A chance to tie or take the lead. Oh, try to fit that in to Dickinson, and it will go back to Springville.
I don't mind that play. I think they've done a great job using Dickinson in the paint. You got her running. You got a size advantage. She's got, the edge to the bucket.
Through the window.
Yeah. Hey, I like that term, too,
really
when that came out, yeah.
Well, it's a football term. We're talking about, hey, kiss the ball in the window.
Sure.
Put your index finger and your thumb together.
See, I always heard the triangle.
Did they throw the ball on it? Well, DDP missed the diamond. So there's the shot won't go. Tipped out by Galbraith back into the hands of Poirier. She can't get it. Now we have a loose ball foul. And this will go against Springville. There had to be people watching across the way trying to figure out why we were imitating Diamond Dallas Page. And they had Nirvana going in their head. But here's a look and see if we can. Yeah, there's a little swipe there on Poirier.
Speaking of, you ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
I'm learning the guitar.
You are?
Yes. Yeah.
I recommend it.
Can you play?
Yeah. You didn't know I could play the guitar?
No.
Well, let me show you some videos. There's a steal from Caleb Poirier. As, the +1. Kayla Poirier finishes through the contact, and she will go to the line looking for the and one.
Well, you talk about Springville being able to play at multiple tempos, and Kayla Poirier, 11 points now, but recognize she's got best player for Springville, kind of caught in a tough position. They take advantage.
33-28, and they had a run out here with Walker. Walker sends back out.
No need to get sped up here if you're Timpanogos.
Play quick but not fast.
Yeah. Off
the screen, Peterson dribbled off her foot. That goes out of bounds off of Sammy's step. And we'll stay here. Christensen goes into Dickinson.
Ooh, yeah, that should be.
Yeah, hand on top of the ball, jump ball, and we'll stay here. I don't know if we'll catch this or not.
I thought a good call there.
So shot clock 2:10. Here's Summer Christensen. 5 seconds. Summer hands back. Walker with 3, 2, floated up. No, and the rebound taken by Step. Here comes Ellie Esplin. The lead got down to 2. And the Red Devils Looking to push it back up. Poirier. Step to the corner. Kayla. Sent back out. Galbraith for 3, short. Rebound taken by Springville. They've been quick to all the rebounds, Dane.
Yeah. Yep. And they've done a much better job on the defensive glass in this third quarter as well.
So Ellie Esplin up top. Back to step. We're going to be deliberate in this possession. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Ellie has back to Kayla. Galbraith gets in the lane, floated up, no, gets another board, goes back up and crawls off, and the rebound cleared by Dickinson. Man, I thought for sure Springville was going to clear that back out. As nice feed, Christensen to Dickinson. And she draws the foul. It's going to put Kate at the line for 2.
Remember, that was the same thing they tried just moments ago. That time the pass able to be gathered. And look, if you've got your post running, I love that you feed her and try to get her on that roll to the rim.
Hey, it's Combine week. Put the ball in her frame. Put the ball in the frame. As coming off the floor is Katie Durfee. As the free throw is good, and coming on for the first time is Whitney Jeffs.
Springville substitution number 5, Sammy Stepp.
Three on the way, won't go, and the rebound to Dickinson. And a chance to tie this up here with the 3 ball, or climb within 1. Up top, Dickinson. Put the ball on the floor and taken away, and Galbraith is going to be fouled. His opportunity kind of goes by the boards here for Timpanogos. I'm really surprised I haven't seen Dickinson dribble so much, especially up top. You like to see her just hold on to it, dribble with a purpose.
Well, and that's the challenging part is Springville, they're so intense in their pressure. When you bring players near side, they're always going to bring that help and double, right? And if you try to dribble through that, you've got a higher likelihood of turning it over. And Timpanogos is not the only team to fall victim to that.
25 seconds left on a rolling clock in the third quarter. Christensen pressuring Pennington. Pennington over to Poirier. Kayla down a lane, floats it, and it crawls out. Rebound, Dickinson. Walker, 3 seconds. Summer Christensen with 2. Summer at the horn. And that will do it for the third quarter. We go to the fourth, and a good one. Springville leads Timpanogos 33-30. You're watching the 2023 5A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com, your season-long home for high school basketball. Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. I want to thank Modern Missionary for joining us on our coverage. If you got a missionary ready to open their calls, it's call season. As Espa missing out. Opening call season Go to Modern Missionaries website and go register your missionary and get a free shirt and tie as the Wide Channel Basketball fails Summer Christensen. I also learned that they didn't know that. Was that
What?
The Wide Channel Basketball. When Amy goes,
Oh, yeah.
Can you help me explain that?
It's an era thing.
I guess so.
By the way, I just had a brilliant thought. We got to talk off air.
Kayla Poirier along the baseline. Sends that one back out to Ellie Esplin. We do that.
Yeah,
I think people think when we talk when the red light's on is that ball goes out of bounds.
we talk all the time. Just ask Vince.
Well, Vince doesn't talk with us. Or
He's over on his little perch.
that ball stayed in bounds. And
Timeout.
they grant the timeout for Brooke Pennington. So we'll step aside one more time. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back in. Dusty Lister, Dean Stewart. Early part of the fourth quarter, and Pennington gets that one to go. And here's a question here for Timpanogos. This Springville group is tried and tested in the state tournament. So many of these players, including really the three, Esplin, Pennington, and Poirier, as that ball goes out of bounds off of Timpanogos. How does Timpanogos handle these moments? Because it means something to have gone through this a bunch of times.
Well, I think part of it is they play in a region where they do get tested, and they've played against top-tier talent. And because, again, you talk about Summer, you talk about Kate, Meg, like these are multi-year contributors. And so they've gone up against the best. And can they leverage all that experience in a moment like this to pull off a win in a game that not many people in the state, thought that they could?
No. As that free throw is good for Brooke Pennington.
I will add this. The Springville logo is really good by design.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the T-Wolf.
That's the original one, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of, well, I don't have. My family has a lot of the T-Wolf gear, as you would imagine. Tage Boy still at Timpanogos on, hey, you might get to see him. He's a lax player. There's a ball out of bounds off of Springville. Poirier knocks out of bounds. Tage and Tash are both playing Timpanogos lacrosse. Yeah, this is Tage's third year playing lax. Who's a starter as a freshman, defenseman? He's a long stick.
Long stick midi?
Yeah.
LSM, as we like to call it.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Come on over, Dusty. We'll teach you all about it.
And he's trying to get me to come to some games this year. As a
I do
actual
lacrosse.
person.
I do.
I know.
I'd love to have you, Dusty. Come on over.
Wow, he threw that well. Summer sends that ball out to Peterson. 5 on the shot clock. 3, Summer on the drive, puts it up.
Ooh, dual possession. Wow.
Let's see. The first time we had the dual possession, I agree, because I thought it put him.
I don't know. I mean, hard to see from that angle. Bodies obscure it. I saw the hand came down, looked like had contact on it low. Hard to tell if there was a foul there or not.
Ball skips through. Pennington on the run. Takes a loose ball all the way and lays it in.
How about no whistle? You see the big swipe there,
Yeah.
and I like it, right? Again, they're trying to let him play a little bit.
And Summer stops on a dime.
Important bucket there. Keep this thing within reach for Timpanogos.
Outside with Esplin. Ellie goes inside out. Kayla Poirier off on the 3 and the rebound. Taken by Katie Walker.
Feels like it's been a tough shooting night for Springville, doesn't it?
It does. It has not felt. Remember last year, just they got on a roll. It was
Yeah.
Kayla, especially in that state championship game. Is
Timeout.
Timpanogos wants to get this back under control. I feel like they're
Right.
a little out of sorts here. 5:18 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. .518 left in the fourth quarter. Can Springville, who has been hanging around all night, can they keep the pressure on the reigning queens of 5A basketball? And Summer Christensen sends this ball back up top to Meg Thomas. She had a big 3 in the second half. And they try to go to Dickinson, and Pennington knew where that ball was going. She tipped it away, and here's Galbraith. And this is where Springville makes it hurt. Brooke Pennington lips out. Rebound off the hands of, I thought it might have been off Galbraith. But
I thought it might have been too.
But you don't see Timpanogos players protesting it. Yeah, it was off Dickinson.
Yep.
Again, where reason we do, I keep showing these ones.
In the words of Enrique Iglesias, I got bad eyes. It's actually sad eyes. I know, but.
As it won't go. Pennington gets her own board, sends it back out. It's Ellie holding off on the 3, goes in with the floater and scores.
Okay, how about splitting the help there?
Holly Averitt wanted them to bring that ball back out, and Esplin saw the opportunity and takes it back in. 9-point lead now for Springville. Christensen sends that ball to the corner. Walker back out to Summer, who pulls on the 3, won't go. Tipped by Dickinson, got it back, reverses.
Ooh.
Oh, just crawls off. Back the other way. Pennington left it short.
Jammed.
And comes back to get the steal. Saves it back toward the middle of the floor. And the scrum is on.
Yeah, and you had teammates coming together there, and that came in right up high on Durfee.
You think the season's on the line?
Feels like it. Oh, yeah. That's a rough hit.
So 30-second timeout gives us a chance to remind to be out. 2 more games.
One more game.
One more. Winner of this game is going to take on the winner of Lehigh and Spanish Fort. Got some new blood into the 5A tournament on this side of everything. Well, Lehigh's still there, but speaking of Timpanogos.
Well, I mean, how about this?
Fort.
We're talking about the 5A tournament. We already saw 120-plus seed today. We get a second one now.
Yeah.
Right? Skyline 22 seed, Spanish Fork 21 seed. The 22 advancing as one of us thought they would.
Insider information.
Hey, if it's legal for politicians, why can't it be legal for me?
Because even if you're a beloved celebrity, you're going to do hard time and then go on the roast circuit.
That's not what my Aunt Martha said.
I'm just following trends. I'm just following trends.
There was no financial impact from said information.
You have to turn in your deal sheet. I got to see what the information on that is. But I only know that because of a certain series that I watch. Is Christensen sends that one out to Walker. Christensen down the lane. Summer got some contact and to draw the foul on Kayla Poirier. It'll be 2 free throws.
It's a veteran move by Summer. She actually kind of brings that shoulder back into it. You're never going to call an offensive on that, but it's an initiation of contact and a great way to get to the line.
You think Summer Christensen watches basketball when she's at home?
Probably.
Yeah. I'm sure Maya Moore did that a lot. Candace Parker. We go way back. Shamiqua Holtzclaw.
Lisa Leslie.
I wasn't going even further. Rebecca Lobo.
I watched that first WNBA game.
I did too. The Sparks and the Liberty.
Yes.
You know who the first team to score 100 points was?
The Seattle Storm.
The Utah Stars. As that one goes off the mark, on the run now. Summer Christensen in the lane, falls away, can't get it. And it was the first game of existence for the Stars. They scored 100 points. And now a foul to Christensen.
They only played another 10 games, but
first 7-footer, Margot Diedick, number 1 overall
did
pick.
they move to San Antonio?
They did.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if they moved to Vegas or San Antonio.
San Antonio and then
Okay.
to Vegas. Yeah. No,
So it is the Vegas franchise.
I think so.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure. At least Utah Natalie Williams is in charge.
Yeah.
Really, Amy, I didn't know Amy was close to Natalie Williams. I mean,
I didn't realize Natalie was the GM.
that means it's only like 2 degrees separation from me from Mark Davis. That's kind of a fun thing there. Poirier says that was straight away. Pennington crawls off of the rebound.
It's going to be George Costanza. I figured out a way to get Griffey and Bonds, and we wouldn't have to give up that much.
Simple math. Send it over to Summer Christensen. Comes off the screen at Dickinson. These T-Wolves are still hanging around here,
Yeah, they
Dave.
are. They are.
Need something to fall.
Well, and they need to find execution on the offensive end. They've had a couple of quick possessions, one-and-dones.
Peterson from the corner, drop it into Dickinson.
Like it.
Got close to the rim, and Dickinson, soft touch. And it's now a 5-point game. Remember, Timpanogos only has one. We have 2 timeouts on our screen. We'll go with our screen versus sometimes logos are covering up these chiclets, if you will. As inside, Esplin, he races that bucket with a clutch one herself. And Springville picking up the defense. Part of it is it's shortening the game down to make the possession longer.
Well, the other thing is you're hoping you can speed up Timpanogos a little bit, too, into a turnover.
Summer has back to Walker. Walker going to work. And how about that? Knew what she wanted to do, set it up, got the kiss off the window. And it's a 5-point game with 1:45 remaining in the fourth. Timpanogos just won't go away. Kayla Poirier pumped the 3. Send it back out. Galbraith was open. Ooh, maybe a travel violation. He's out and out. Pennington hits the bucket and put her at the line. Timpanogos has feel a little snake bit here. The foul to Rachel Vance.
Brooke, go win the game. Okay, Coach, I'll go win the game. Man, to get that shot away with that contact and score it.
Yeah. Timeout on the floor. 1:28 left in the fourth. Full timeout. We'll be back. So at the line is Brooke Pennington. Looking for the and one, and Really make it tough, 8 points. Timpanogos has to get to the spot where they're going to have to start jacking up threes, but again, one timeout remaining as the three from Thomas is in there. Knocks down the triple. And it's a 5-point game once again. And with the shot clock, he got some things working for him.
Yeah. I only have 3 scores for Springville tonight. That's the 4th. I only had 3 scores.
Matty Galbraith goes right down and scores, and Springville had a foul to give, and they give it there. So the foul to number 15, Katie Durfee. So for Timpanogos, again, only one timeout left, and give up fouls. There'll be one-on-one free throws coming up soon for Springville. Well, coming up on any foul here is Dickinson. And you call for the charge, and a tough one if you're Timpanogos to get it here.
That's one where visually I see it. I don't know how much real contact there is there, right? But it certainly has the appearance.
Yeah. Poirier goes in, no call on that contact, and back out to Pennington. They're going to back things out. About a 24-second difference, game clock and shot, and there goes Brooke Pennington.
I've got Brooke with 11 in the quarter. 20 tonight.
Couple clutch buckets and a free throw to try to close this thing out. There's the 3 on the way, and good from Walker. And Timpanogos spends their final timeout as they cut it back to a 2-possession game.
No give up by the T-Wolves. This is Kaylee Woolston territory.
It's right there. So once again, full timeout, but gives us a chance to remind you, we got you all week long. Tomorrow we shorten up the schedule from here on out. We did 8 yesterday. We will do 8 today. This is game 7 today. And then just as we kind of hit our stride, the day ends. We have 4 games tomorrow, 4 games on Friday, and then the 4 championship games on Saturday.
You know, and I don't know about you, but the next 2 days are actually more difficult for me because I got to go to work.
Yes.
So I'm doing 6 hours at work,
and
then coming here. And
these are the most. I'm not OCD about anything, but notifications on my phone, and that's not a lot on there. I've been trying to clear them out between every game.
Yeah,
my hands are shaking.
Well, I'll tell you I've got some items I got to deal with tomorrow. It's a good thing I'm going in.
Everybody was wondering, what do these guys do all day? We're ignoring emails at the moment.
Yeah.
29 seconds to go. As again, we'll get that fixed on our scoreboard. A 6-point game as Poirier going to be able to reverse out, and here comes the foul from Walker. But it'll be one-on-one free throws here for Kayla Poirier, and clutch ones coming up, as that is the 9th team foul, and the first time they have one-on-ones here for Springville. So 23.7 seconds left, and Poirier with the front end of one-on-one. And it rolls off and out of bounds off of Springville. So Timpanogos, here we go. The clock will not stop on a made bucket. So if they hit a 3, you have to do the math, make sure they get it in to get the foul. As Summer Christensen races it up the floor.
Yeah, you really got about 5 seconds to take a shot.
The 3 from Walker. Just slips out on the rebound, taken by Esplin. And then the foul. And that's going to put Ellie Esplin at the line. Double bonus free throws for Esplin.
What an effort today by Timpanogos, though, huh? Man, kept crawling back in this one. Toe-to-toe with what's been the best program in 5A for the last 5 years. And
I mean, here's the thing. We've been doing the girls' tournament since 2016.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time we've seen Timpanogos in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So fun to see them get as deep as they've gotten. And the first free throw is good there from Ellie. And Esplin back rims the second. Rebound to Christensen. She'll run it out. As we go inside of 10 seconds left. And Summer looking to extend her time on the floor. This will be her final game as a member of the Timpanogos basketball team. Not sure what her collegiate plans are. If she's needing some, reach out.
Might have some connections.
I may know at least one coach. Wouldn't be that far of a drive for your family to come watch you play. Just putting it out there. Can't guarantee anything. I mean, a free throw there for Summer. Both of them good. How about the double pass there? Out of bounds. That one's taken back. The shot from Walker. Got it. It'll make it a 2-point game, but Springville didn't need to inbound it, and that will do it.
Can you imagine if Springville would have made that earlier three? That would have been for a win.
Oh, my goodness. It's such a, just, you look at Timpanogos, there's kind of the stunned finish to that.
Yeah.
And final score, Springville 51, Timpanogos 49. Dane, your thoughts of what we just saw in a pick of the player of the game?
Man, that's a heck of an effort by Timpanogos. I mean, love Summer Christensen. I've seen her play for a couple of years. Didn't know that they'd have the horses to go up against Springville and to handle the pressure and defense that Springville likes to put on you. But, man, they did and shot the ball extremely well. Loved how they worked it inside. Great game plan for Timpanogos. Others are going to be watching this film as they prepare for Springville. But the Red Devils just do what the Red Devils do. And it's Brooke Pennington, 20 points. Did whatever she needed tonight. 11 in the fourth quarter. Helped lift Springville. She's our player of the game.
Oh, absolutely. And, again, final score, Springville 51, Timpanogos 49. And Timpanogos, what a spectacular run. We just going through that. And, you know, it only hurts as bad as it does because the effort that was put in, they were so close. But a great year for the Timpanogos girls. Well, first, Springville back to familiar territory, back to the semifinals, one game away from getting the championship game and a chance to defend their crown. Again, 51-49, the win for Springville. They'll move on to the semis. They'll take on the winner of our final game of the day, Spanish Fork and Lehigh. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching the 2023 5A Girls State Championship Tournament on KSLSports.com, your season-long home for Utah High School basketball.